So I got my coffee mug. I knew that said CNC. I didn't know about the fake machining part. I cracked up when I saw that. All I really wanted was the gear. And of course the anchor lube, which we'll apply here to the top generously. To at least one side of it anyway. And let's go ahead and crank this up and see if this thing is going to take it. Okay, I'm getting a little ahead of myself because we kind of was thinking about maybe knurling this. But even if we don't knurl it, we have to chamfer this edge. Wipe your lens off there a little bit. I dropped the camera on the lens. I know it's not fair not to show this stuff till it's finished. The joint is about right there. Joint is about right there. Come on, baby. Come on, waiting for everything to shut down. Okay, come on. Okay, let's. Okay, like I was trying to say, it's not very fair of me to not show the machining. I don't know. It's just threading. But let's take this over to some semblance of clear space. something that resembles an opening. The flatness. I just sent out a bunch of stickers, and yesterday, I think. Yeah. So there it is, a captive nut. I've actually, hands are greasier and oilier than I'll get out. I actually Loctited it this time. If you want to undo it, you need to put a little heat on it. Okay. Well, kind of looking things over here concerning my feed, particularly a high torque feed when threading. Now, I've spotted the mechanism. Let me just give you an overall look here of just the general condition of things. So it's the back gear. I probably shouldn't be moving that without. Where's the screwdriver at? There's the travel of the back gear. Leave that in that position. Anyway, I did find out a few things about some things. There's this screw here. So obviously an adjustment. That pushes on the shaft here. Now this is the actuation. See, I've tightened some things up. It's already harder to turn. This is basically feed forward, feed reverse. Let me see if I can show you what's going on back there. As far as that adjustment screw, there's another one here, which I've tightened up. Now, if I can show this to you. Okay. I can get everything right there and just keep it there. Okay, we're watching this piece of brass. You can see the brass down there. So let me advance this chuck a little bit. So I have that engaged all the way. Okay, well, you've seen that move, and nothing seems excessively worn. this viewing port here. And this is the gear that's moving. And get light in there at the same time and get you in there. At the same time, there's nothing there that's really worn. There's some wear marks on this gear here on the far right. I don't know if I can turn that or not. No. Okay. Okay, that is, I believe that is feeding forward, and that's where we have problems. That's the gear that is not staying. Find the gear it's turning. Well, all I can really do is look for any excessive wear or any kind of adjustments. All the teeth in all these gears actually look really good. I need to get this plate off, but that's opening up a can of worms there. Okay, here's a little look at the gearbox. This gear here travels one end to the other. Okay, I have this spring pulled out. I'm going to go see if I can find one that's comparable in size and maybe a little stiffer. I'm going to tighten up this adjustment and its cousin over here, and that is tightening up on the axles. This axle's not the same axle. This axle and basically this axle going into the machine. Okay, here's the top. This is my shifter for back gear, and that, let me get rid of this light, and that basically shifts these gears here. Yeah, like I said, all these gears, for being 180 years old, are just beautiful. Of course, they're bathed in oil too. See if I can actuate this here now. Turn the chuck a little bit. That is forward, that is reverse. Okay, I've gone way too much into this. I do want to let me pause you a minute. Okay, hopefully everything stays right there for a moment. I finally got this thing to where I can do it hands-free, so to speak. So what I want you to watch is this surface right here. So you got this is a round disc, and on this side it has a catch, I guess you would call it. So watch, I'm going to turn the chuck. Right now this is in kind of a between gears almost. So I'm going to watch this. Watch this gear here, the inside of that gear. Okay, now see that? And that comes up and engages with this ring, which turns this gear. So I'm going to go around and put this in what I call reverse, or feeding left to right. Actually where it was. So I'm just bringing it around by hand. And come all the way around back to there. Let me back it up a little bit so you can see it. Okay, there it is, getting ready to strike. Now I'm going to put it in forward feed. Okay, so this is where our problems begin. So let's go forward feed. So it is my guess that there is a similar situation to this on the back side of this gear, which is handling, and that is where we're getting all the skipping. And you can see there is some wear here. So I guess I need to, okay, that there is a wall there. This chamber does not Yeah, it does too. I was going to say it doesn't go into the other. So I need to look at the other side of this gear. That gear. That gear. That has the notch on it. So I need to open the top up and check for this same situation. Because obviously this is worn, but it is also I'm not going to get that camera set back up the way I did that easily. What we saw was what was happening when I'm feeding left to right. So on the other side of that gear, there must be a similar situation with the notch sticking out and catching that inside of that gear, that protuberance or whatever. I tried to explain that in text on this video, and so I pulled the memory card from the computer, put it back in the camera, and able to show you all that just by pulling off this this inspection plate. But I'm going to have to go in a little deeper to see what the other side looks like. And what I suspect is the other side of that gear has the same setup, only it's much more worn. Can I pull this plate off and bring all that stuff out? I'm not sure if you're seeing. I'm wondering if I can. It's all happening right here. I'm wondering if I could pull this plate off. Maybe it's happening down here. No, it's happening up here. If I can pull this plate off and kind of come at that from behind and bring that out and inspect that and possibly build it up with some weld. I'm fine until I get to 11, say 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can sometimes do 11. When I get down here, I need to get the RPMs almost down to 0 before it'll engage. Whereas from 11 to 20 and all these high thread counts, I can do it on the fly while the machine is running less than 322 RPMs. So do not engage or reverse clutch lever with spindle running above 322 RPM. Above this speed, engaging the clutch lever before starting spindle. So basically, this all revolves around the ability to use this lever for threading. Half nut engaged, everything's turning, forward, neutral, pull the tool back, reverse, neutral, forward. You can start, there's no thread dial involved, and it's just the way it should work. So I'd say we're down to a worn part, and we may have to get into here and find out what all is involved in getting to that. That may be another video. It might be the next video. Alright guys, this is kind of an addendum to what you just saw.